The time has come, Chintala. The time of your unmaking. Here, in episode 34 of Shiren the Wanderer, I, Doofy Doo, will recast you in the crucible of the imagination, transmuting your chubby cuteness into a glorious new form. The embodiment of monstrous perfection. None shall stand in our way. None! Pickpocket. It's kinda hard to do a dramatic monologue when a giant change purse is running its tongue across your butt cheeks. You know what? Forget it. I'm starting over. Hello, my name's Doofy Doo, and I'm in the middle of my second run through Boo-Boo's Cave. Last episode I went over the fourth and final quality of good monster design, and now that we've developed those critical tools, let us turn our attention to the monsters in this game. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Doofy, you love this game. This game is like perfection to you. I love this game. How dare you criticize the monster design in one of the greatest games of all time? Well, I have three responses to that charge. The first response is that perfection doesn't really exist. The only video game that I would even think of calling perfect is Tetris. And obviously Tetris is a much simpler game than Shiren the Wanderer. Whenever you introduce complexity, and Shiren is a fairly complex game, you're going to introduce some flaws. It's just the nature of the beast. Perfection is something you approach asymptotically, whether it's in your personal life or in your work. So you're always kind of tweaking your design to make it a little bit better. My second response is, even if you do believe that perfection is possible, I have a naturally critical personality. I'm always looking for ways to improve things. Shiren the Wanderer is one of the best games I've ever played, but it can be better, and I've played it enough to know how to make it better. So I'm gonna try to make it better. That's just the way I am. Life for me is a process of becoming rather than being, which is just a fancy way of saying that I'm always looking for a path to self-improvement and to improve the things around me. Now, is there a time to take a break and look back at the progress you've made? Sure, of course. But you always need to strive to do new things and learn new things. I said before that I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I'm never satisfied. I'm not satisfied with what I've done. I'm not satisfied with what I know. I'm always curious. I'm always looking to make things better or different. Uh-oh, spiky bomb, and I don't have any healing items or healing meat. This could be dangerous. I don't want to let it follow me around though. I'm going to see if I can kill it. Oh no. That's what I was afraid of. I got nothing that'll heal me. Oh, it would be hilarious if I ate that poisoner by accident and killed myself. Alright, every turn counts. Even if I step on a wooden arrow trap, it'll kill me. So it's dangerous to even speed heal because I will be giving monsters an extra turn before I notice them. I'm just gonna swing my sword till I get up to a reasonable HP. Hopefully, no really powerful enemies waltz in. I've got a poison herb, so I think I'll be able to escape. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, my third response is that, all that being said, the fact that I don't believe perfection is possible, and the fact that I think life is a continual process of improvement and expansion and learning, all that being said, I really don't have a lot of suggestions for Shiren the Wanderer. It is a really, really well-designed game, and it has some of the best designed monsters of any game I've ever seen. Especially like the Roid Kitty. Although now that I look at the Roid Kitty, that is definitely a beard. That's not chest hair. So, ouch. I don't think I need to waste my meat on this crossbow boy. Yeah, I think I can probably just one-hit him. Oh yeah, crossbow boy meat. Now if I was playing this run hardcore and I really wanted to win at all costs, I would make 99 iron arrows, but I really don't want to do that because it's kind of boring. So I think I'll just eat the meat up here and then fire through the two exits. Hopefully, yes. No monsters can get close to me now. Hehehe. I'm acting kind of paranoid, but I'm low on HP. I don't have a shield, so I'll just do this for a little while till I get up to a reasonable HP level. Save up a few arrows. But yeah, the monsters in this game are really well designed. There are 50 families of monsters in Shiren the Wanderer in the remake. And out of all 50, there are really only 8 families that I feel really need to be redesigned. So 42 out of 50, 84% of the monsters in Shiren are more or less fine the way they are. I'm going to make some minor tweaks to 13 of them, really minor. And then 9 maybe medium tweaks just for my own personal preference. But really, only 8 are really bad designs. So try to think of another game that has 50 or more monsters, and over 80% of them are perfectly designed. That's difficult to do. A lot of games have fewer than 50 monster designs, and even those usually don't have over 80% that are fine the way they are. But all that said, those 8 designs really do need to be fixed in this game. And the first one we're going to fix is the Chintala. First, let's use those 4 tools we developed to analyze the Chintala and explain why it should be fixed. Number 1, simple and deep. Is the Chintala simple? Yes, it's a simple design. It's a chubby, armless cat that headbutts you. Is it deep? No, it is not deep at all. It has no special attacks. You just basically try to kill it any way you can. Number 2, coherent and logical. Is it coherent? Well, it kind of jumps and headbutts you. It can't really attack you with any other part of its body. So yeah, the design is coherent. As it levels up, is it logical? It just gets basically stronger with more HP. It's logical, but pretty boring. Number 3, unique and promiscuous. This is its major failing. Is it unique? No. The Mini Robber is a medium strength monster that has no abilities. So its role is already taken up by another monster. Is it promiscuous? No, it has no special abilities. Fighting a Chintala with another monster really doesn't make hardly any difference. Except it might get killed by a popster tank, but you could say that of any monster. So completely fails on number 3. And finally number 4, fair and funny. Is it fair? Of course, it's fair. You can beat it. You don't run into Chintalas too early. Is it funny? It's marginally funny to see it kind of jump up and headbutt you, but it could be funnier. And I should note, when I talk about being funny, I don't mean necessarily that you laugh when you look at the monster. I guess my criteria is, if you can tell a death story from Shiren, and the identity of the monster makes the story more funny, then the monster is a funny design. For example, Skull Wraith is not really funny looking, it's horrifying. But there are a lot of deaths where they turn you into rice balls or confuse you, and those are funny deaths, so I would consider that a funny design, because the deaths that the monster causes are actually funny. Same thing goes for Lelix. So the Chintala is not deep, it's logical but boring, it's not unique, it's not promiscuous, and it's not that funny. So, fails overall as a design. And I should note, not all of these things are equally weighted. You can have a design that's just hilarious, and that makes up for a lot of its other flaws. The Chintala's only strength is that it's cute. It's just another cute mascot monster made to sell plushies for the Game Boy Shiren. It needs to be fixed, and guess what? We are gonna fix it. Now, there are quite a lot of people that did not want to alter the design of the Chintala at all. And obviously I disagree with those people, but I understand there is tradition to think about. The Chintala is a monster you usually encounter early on in Shiren. So I'm going to leave the level 1 Chintala just the way it is. No special abilities, just the same, cute chubby headbutter. But when we get to the level 2 Chintala, and if you notice, nothing above a level 1 Chintala really shows up in the main game because they realize it's a weak design. They just stuck it in there out of basically for fan service. But I'm planning on reintroducing the level 2 Chintala. I don't know what floor, maybe around 8 or 9. What will its special ability be? It will have a special attack that does a lot of damage. It'll be another headbutt, but a headbutt that looks a little bit more brutal. And when the Chintala hits you with this headbutt, it will confuse itself. It will not confuse you. It'll hit you so hard that it is actually confused itself after it lands this attack. And this attack does more than its regular attack. How does this design improve the Chintala? Well, let's go through the 4 criteria and see. Simple and deep. Is it simple? Sure. If you can explain it in one sentence, it's just one additional special attack, then it's simple. Is it deep? Yes, because a confused Chintala all of a sudden is able to level up. It could kill some of the weaker enemies around it, and it's a little bit unpredictable. Is it coherent? Of course. That's just another headbutt. It has no arms, so it's going to headbutt you. Is it logical? Sure, it's just a more powerful version of the level 1 attack. Is it unique? Yes, there aren't any other enemies whose special abilities revolve specifically around the confused status. Is it promiscuous? Yes. If you're fighting a Chintala with weakened enemies, it suddenly becomes a lot more dangerous because it can level up on its own. Is it funny and fair? Yeah, a Chintala giving you a mighty headbutt and knocking itself out is funny. And even funnier than that is a confused Chintala headbutting a spiky bomb and detonating it. So, it's a good design. Let's move on to level 3 and 4. Level 3, the Chintala gives you a mighty headbutt that confuses you and it, so you're both confused. And the level 4 Chintala only confuses you because there's really no point in it leveling up again. It's already at the maximum level. And there it is, a simple fix to make the Chintala a lot more interesting and deep. This is a good place to stop, got a Lilac and a Curse Girl. Let me know if you have any different ideas about the Chintala. Next week we'll fix even more of the broken monster designs in Shiren the Wanderer. I'll see you all then. You've got wiggly whiskers on your face. As monsters go, you're a damn disgrace. Sure, you're super cute, but you're such a waste. Could you be worse? Your fur could really use a comb. And your body's got no muscle tone. But I will try to fix you.
It's kind of hard to do a dramatic monologue when a giant change person is running its tongue across your butt cheeks.